Xikers is the best rap line in 5th gen, and it kinda isn't close at this point, which, you know, if you disagree with, that's fine. You just please recognize that you're just swimming in bias and hopeful that your faves who are number one in your heart are also number one for everyone else. When the fact is, it's just that your real life and what's in your heart don't always match up. And that's okay. They could be number one in your heart, but number one in real life, the Xikers rap line is insane. They did this thing called Sloppy Freestyle on Lamag, the YouTube channel, the other day, a few days ago at this point, 3 days, as you can see right here. We're going to go over this because it's insane. It's mind-blowingly good. If you don't know what this is, Young Posse did this a few months back as well, the number one girl group rap line in 5th gen, might I add. The other group you should be paying attention to a little bit if you are interested in rap and K-pop. But yeah, those are the two 5th gen groups who have done this so far, and they're both really good. What this basically is it's a modern freestyle, or what I'm coining is a modern freestyle, because I feel like the term freestyle in rap has like two different meanings now. The traditional freestyle, which, you know, when you call Hanji Sung of Stray Kids when he's good at freestyling, right? That's making up lyrics on the spot, making up bars on the spot with a random beat, just doing it off the top of your head. However, in modern rapping, stuff has become so pre-prepared, so practiced and rehearsed, that now a modern freestyle is just what seems to be having lyrics that you wrote that aren't released, or even for something else, and then doing it on a beat you've never heard before. And that's kind of like the new age term for freestyle. And this isn't even just a K-pop thing. This is like, you hear this in Western media as well with XXL. And if you don't know, this is a hip hop magazine that does like the best new rappers every single year. They have their freshman freestyles, and the new rappers, they come in and they already have the beat prepared. They do it multiple times, rehearsing it over and over to you know, get the best take. They come in with these freestyles prepared ahead of time, as well as their ciphers prepared ahead of time. It's kind of just how rap's kind of going towards right now, it seems. Xikers did this sloppy freestyle. They did a bunch of their songs. If you don't know Xikers, I highly recommend checking them out. We have YECHAN, who I personally would say is the best 5th gen rapper right now. We have MINJAE in the middle, and SUMIN, who I used to say was the weakest of the three, but after this, it's just like they're just the best rapper, because they're all really good. SUMIN has upped his game so much since debut Xikers, when he was very much in what I would call the weakest of the three. SUMIN, I can't even confidently say who's the weakest now, because both him and MINJAE are really good too. It's crazy. So let's just go over this real quick. If you want to watch the full thing, again, it is on this YouTube channel called Lamag. I'm going to show you some of the flows too, because this is really cool. They start off just doing their newest verses on We Don't Stop. They do some more verses on Red Sun right here, which is another new B-side. Right? But the thing I want to focus on, wait, they do another B-side here. What I want to focus on are their actual freestyles. What they came in with unreleased I mean, they're all freestyles, they're all different beats, but they came in with unreleased verses, right? So we got SUMIN here first. SUMIN comes in, I got the flow for you. Very triplet-y based, but he's mixing up that cadence the entire time. And so again, check out the full. I'll have it linked in the pinned comment and the description. Go check out the original on the actual channel. But here is SUMIN's verse. It's very triplet-y based, and he's kind of going back and forth between what I like to call 6/8 feel triplets, which is basically, it sounds like he's doing eighth notes in 6/8. So it's a very triplet-y based thing. He goes into a more standard triplet, and he keeps going back and forth between a typical 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 type of flow, and right? And so he keeps going back and forth. That's basically the first, like, you know, he kind of splits it into thirds. The first 8 bars are more of a triplet-y bass, and then he switches flows and goes into a more slowed down thing for about a quarter of it, which is these bars 9 through 12 right here. And then you can hear that here. It's the whole pack your bags bars. Much slower, much more. It's like just like still teasing with the triplets, and then throwing some eighth notes and stuff in that slow down the pace a bit, until he finally gets into this last thing where he fully mixes the triplets and the eighth note flows together, and he kind of does a little combo at the end with this final third, the final 8 bars or so, right? So he's like, it really climaxes, and he has like the first flow, which is triplets, the second, which is like the slower pace with a lot of space between triplets and eighth notes, but more of an eighth note bass, and then he just combines it all together at the end. Definitely so much improvement from SUMIN. Then we move into this kid, which is YECHAN, and probably the best rapper in 5th gen right now. If you haven't heard of him, there's so many cool things he's done. He's done quintuplet, he's done these really cool displaced flows, he's done all these really cool running over the bar type things, and right here is probably his, most likely due to the length of it and just all of it being really good, but probably his overall best, like in terms of everything, his just best rap so far, which is this unreleased verse right here. It's so wild. Look at this. Here's what it is. It's this. And like, you know, you could compare this to SUMIN, and why I would, like, you know, give YECHAN the edge in terms of you know, skill. You compare these two verses, like YECHAN's is insane. Now, I do need to put a little caveat here. When I'm transcribing this, I needed to, I basically could have transcribed it to either what I think he was intending to do, what he did live that was slightly off, and pick between one of those two. And I did the worst opposite, which is a mix of both. So there's some things that are slightly off. For example, right here, the intention is for this to be triplets. I'm 99% sure. But in actuality, when you slow it down, it's very much da 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 da. Very slight difference, da 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 da, which isn't a triplet, which would just be da 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 da. It's not just a straight, smooth, equally spaced thing when you slow it down. So I went the exact literal thing he did here, which is probably intended to be triplets, but at the same time, there's other things on here that I went for the intention of when that's slightly off, that you would hear. It sounds slightly off when the transcription, but again, you can find these this transcription especially on my second channel. I'll link that below too. But the coolest thing about this is just the amount of times he's going over the bar and making one bar into two. Like, he just keeps going right there, right? Because he gets like the huh, da 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 huh, and then you expect it to happen again, and then a full flow change, and it just doesn't happen because he keeps going over the bar, which is so cool, and it's so cool to hear that. But just this overall verse is really insane to listen to. And then finally, we get into MINJAE. MINJAE, I did not transcribe. It's a bit more of a sing rappy type thing. But this is probably like the best like vibe overall. I just dig sing rapping like this right now. But it's cool to hear that delivery. So cool. Overall, just this Xikers rap line is crazy good. They're crazy talented, and in the same way I would talk about Stray Kids rapping in 2019 is how I think of Xikers rapping in 2024. Like Stray Kids was like the leaders for rap. You know, you can argue all you want who's the 4th gen leader, right? Stray Kids is pretty much by far the best rap line group, right? The best rapping in 4th gen is Stray Kids. That's Xikers to me in 5th gen. I can't think of another group that's just overall as a unit and individuals just like as high of a pedestal this early into their careers right now. Like it gives the same vibes as a lot of, like, you know, really big groups that got popular for their rapping are. And yeah, pay attention to Xikers. They're insane. Go check out this original video. I highly recommend it. And go check out some Xikers music if you're new to them and you just sat through this whole thing. Guys, I appreciate it so much. A shout out to all these amazing Patrons you see on the screen right now, because I could not be making videos without them. And yeah, they get reactions when I feel like watching stuff. I upload my reactions to the new music on there. You get to see videos early sometimes, and a bunch of other, you know, small little bonuses, but at the end of the day, you're there supporting me, and I'm very, very grateful because I don't really make any money from YouTube videos. So shout out to all these amazing people. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.